On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Excerpt.
To take a short piece of speech, book, film, etc. from a longer whole. Noun, a short extract from a speech, book, film, etc.
Examples.
Excerpt a passage from a book. Excerpt comments from the news release. Here are excerpts from several recent books on quantum computing.
Gamble.
To take risky action in the hope of being successful, to play or game for money or other stakes.
Examples.
Gamble $100 on the race. Gamble away my fortune. Will you gamble on the result of the fight?
Quitter.
A person who gives up easily or does not have the determination to finish what they have started.
Examples.
Easy quitter. Serial quitter. He was labeled as a quitter after he abandoned the project halfway.
Rough.
Not quite exact or correct, having or caused by an irregular surface.
Examples.
Rough and tough. Rough estimation. The vehicle bounced along the rough mountain road.
Sketch.
A simple, quickly made picture that does not have many details, a short descriptive summary of something.
Examples.
A penciled sketch. First design sketches. Yesterday, I created a rough sketch of the plan.
Withdraw.
To remove or take back something, to stop participating in something.
Examples.
Withdraw from public life. Withdraw $500 from my account. The company decided to withdraw its proposal due to public opposition.
Penalty.
A punishment for violating a law, rule, or contract.
Examples.
Death penalty. Corner of the penalty area. The lawyer was reinstated after paying the penalty.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples.
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Robin.
A small bird from the thrush family, typically having a red breast and found across Europe, Asia, and North America.
Examples.
Robin eggs. Robin's nest. I love listening to the cheerful song of the robin in my garden.
Bay.
A part of the coast that is partially enclosed by land, a compartment or section of a ship or building. Bay Area. The mouth of a bay. She walked along the bay and collected shells.
Tight.
Fixed, fastened, or kept together firmly or closely.
Examples:
A tight game. Student on a tight budget. The national election was held amid tight security.
Dispense.
To distribute, allocate, or deliver something to the intended recipients.
Examples:
Dispense with ceremony. Dispense justice. The pharmacist started to dispense medication to patients.
Chain.
A series of connected links or objects, a system or group of interconnected elements, a restraint or shackle.
Examples:
Chain reaction. Supply chain. The chain on my bike broke, leaving me stranded.
Hillside.
The sloping side of a hill or mountain, a landscape feature characterized by a natural gradient or incline.
Examples:
Hillside landscape. Hillside vineyard. The hikers were stunned by the beautiful wildflowers on the hillside.
Pit.
A hole in the ground or a cavity in a surface, a place for storing or holding something, a section of a theater or sports arena where people can sit.
Examples:
The bottomless pit. The pit of the stomach. The pit of the avocado can be removed by gently wedging a spoon around it.
Newlywed.
A person who is recently married and is still in the early stages of their marriage.
Examples:
Congratulate the newlyweds. Newlywed bliss. The newlywed couple went on a romantic honeymoon in a tropical paradise.
Vineyard.
A farm where grapes are grown to produce wine.
Examples:
A productive vineyard. Vineyard worker. Vineyards stretch as far as the eye can see.
Grease.
A thick, oily substance used to lubricate machines, surfaces, or moving parts, fat or oil used in cooking.
Examples:
Cooking grease. Mechanical grease. The engine wouldn't turn over until we applied grease to the starter.
Driftwood.
Wood that has been carried along by the current of a river or ocean and washed up on shore, often used for decorative purposes or as fuel.
Examples:
Driftwood art. Beach driftwood. A large driftwood branch provided a perfect perch for the seagull to rest on.
Sunset.
The time in the evening at which the sun begins to fall below the horizon. Verb, to expire or be terminated automatically at the end of a fixed period.
Examples:
Sunset dysfunction. spectacular sunset views. He is in the sunset of his life.
Resent.
To feel anger, bitterness, or indignation towards someone or something as a result of unfair treatment or perceived injustice. To harbor negative feelings towards someone or something.
Examples:
resent being called a fool. Resent their success. He couldn't help but resent his friend for always taking credit for his ideas.
Slot.
A long, narrow opening or groove, typically one that is cut into a hard material, that is designed to receive and hold an object in place.
Examples:
memory slot, mail slot. I inserted the coin into the slot and hit the button to start the game.
Blackjack.
A gambling card game in which players try to accumulate cards with a total value as close to 21 as possible, without exceeding it, a type of club or baton, typically made of heavy, flexible material, used as a weapon.
Examples:
blackjack dealer, blackjack strategy. After a long night at the casino, he won much money playing blackjack.
Retirement.
The fact or act of stopping working and leaving one's job.
Examples:
retirement from politics. Impending retirement. This fund is responsible for disability and retirement benefits.
Pray.
To make a request or petition to a higher power, especially in the form of a respectful or humble request.
Examples:
pray devoutly. Pray for rain. She closed her eyes and prayed for strength to overcome difficult times.
Pony.
A small horse.
Examples:
pony engine. A spotted pony. At this ranch, children can experience riding a pony.
Ace.
A playing card with a single symbol or mark that is typically the highest in value or rank in a particular card game. A person who is very skilled or successful in a specific activity or field.
Examples:
tennis ace. Ace in the hole. He was an ace at playing poker and often won the game.
Preserve.
To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples:
preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Railroad.
Metal tracks laid with rails on which trains run, a system of tracks with the trains operated by an organization.
Examples:
coast-to-coast railroad. Railroad industry. The town was founded in the 19th century as a stop on the railroad, and it grew rapidly as a result.
Mafia.
A secret criminal organization that engages in illegal activities such as gambling, extortion, racketeering, prostitution, and drug trafficking, typically maintains a strict code of loyalty, secrecy, and omerta, equals silence or non-cooperation with authorities.
Examples:
Organized crime mafia. Mafia activities. The boss of the mafia was finally caught after years on the run.
Military.
Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare.
Examples:
A military operation. A military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training.
Monster.
An imaginary creature that is large and has various human and animal parts, someone or something large and powerful.
Examples:
Horde of monsters. Monster film. This car has a monster engine.
Lock.
A Scottish term for a lake or inlet often used to describe a narrow and deep body of fresh water in a valley or mountainous region.
Examples:
Lock fishing. Sea lock. Breathtaking mountains surrounded the beautiful lock.
Ignore.
To intentionally not listen or pay attention to.
Examples:
Ignore her advice. Ignore a ban. Since independence, the area has been completely ignored.
Mathematics.
The science dealing with the logic of quantities, shapes, spaces, and arrangement.
Examples:
A good grounding in mathematics. Mathematics competition. He has a flair for mathematics.
Odds.
The degree or probability that a particular thing will or will not happen.
Examples:
Odds in favor. Odds of business. What are the odds that he will survive?
Distract.
To draw someone's attention away from what they are trying to do.
Examples:
Distract attention from the real issue. Distract public opinion. Please don't distract me while I'm studying.
Chip.
A small fragment of something broken off from the whole, a long and thin piece of potato fried in oil or fat.
Examples:
A chip of wood. I don't care a chip. We can use this campaign as a bargaining chip in the negotiations.
Desert.
Arid land with little or no vegetation, often covered with sand or rocks.
Examples:
Desert basin. Oasis in the desert. This region is predominantly desert.
Cactus.
A plant that typically grows in dry regions and has spiny leaves, stems, and often vibrant flowers.
Examples:
Small cactus, potted cactus. The hiker got pricked by a cactus needle while walking.
Delay.
To cause something to happen at a later time than originally intended or expected.
Examples:
Delay a flight 3 hours. Delay the new project. We delayed the payment because of an incorrect invoice.
Impatience.
A feeling of restlessness or irritation caused by a desire for something to happen or be done more quickly, lack of patience.
Examples:
Impatience with delays. Business impatience. The doctor advised him to manage his impatience as stress could exacerbate his medical condition.
Extract.
A short passage taken from a book, piece of music, etc., a substance obtained from something through a specific process. Verb, to obtain from something or to remove something by effort or force.
Examples:
A brief extract from the book. Botanical extract. Anesthetize the gum before extracting the teeth.
Wreck.
A ship that has sunk or has been destroyed, a vehicle that has been badly damaged in an accident.
Examples:
The house was a wreck. A worthless wreck. The divers accidentally discovered a wreck on the ocean floor.
Strawberry.
A sweet, juicy fruit with a reddish color, a seeded surface, and a green, leafy top.
Examples:
The strawberry pie. Strawberry greenhouse. He had a strawberry smoothie for breakfast.
Endless.
Having no end or conclusion, infinitely very large in size or amount.
Examples:
Endless possibilities. Endless hours. He looked out the window at the endless stream of people.
Grapevine.
A climbing plant on which grapes grow, the informal transmission of information, gossip, or rumors from person to person.
Examples:
Grapevine trellis. Office grapevine. I heard through the grapevine that they are planning to sell the company.
Ripe.
Of fruit or crops, fully developed and ready to be eaten or harvested.
Examples:
A ripe old age. Ripe tomato. The fruit was ripe and ready to eat.
Silent.
Without any or little sound.
Examples:
Silent reading. Give silent consent. The politician remained silent despite intense media scrutiny.
Beg.
To ask for something urgently or earnestly, To appeal to someone to do something.
Examples:
Beg the question. Beg for help. She begged her parents to let her go to the concert.
Butterfly.
A diurnal insect typically has a slender body with knobbed antennae and broad, colorful wings.
Examples:
Butterfly effect. The life cycle of a butterfly. He enjoys collecting butterfly specimens.
Crush.
To press it firmly, usually with your hands or a tool, so that it becomes flat or smaller.
Examples:
Crush coffee beans. Crush a revolt. The car was completely crushed in the accident.
Frightening.
Causing fear or alarm, or very surprising and alarming.
Examples:
Cast frightening eyes. Frightening experience. The news of the pandemic was a frightening reminder of the fragility of human health.
Rebel.
Someone who resists or opposes authority or control, especially by fighting against it.
Examples:
Rebel uprising. Group of rebels. The rebels fought against the government for their independence.
Handcuff.
A pair of metal restraints that are designed to lock around a person's wrists and prevent them from moving their hands freely. Verb, to restrain or restrict the movement of a person by applying handcuffs, typically as part of an arrest or other security-related process.
Examples:
Handcuff his wrists. Break free from handcuffs. The police officer put handcuffs on the suspect before placing them in the squad car.
Urine.
A liquid byproduct of metabolism in humans and in many other animals that are released from the body when you urinate.
Examples:
Urine composition. Blood in the urine. They collected a urine specimen for urinalysis.
Whiskey.
A type of distilled alcoholic beverage made from fermented grains, typically barley, corn, rye, or wheat, aged in barrels and often consumed straight or with mixers.
Examples:
Bootleg whiskey. Whiskey barrel. I enjoy a glass of whiskey on the rocks after a long day.
Bush.
A plant growing thickly with many small branches and several stiff stems coming up from the root.
Examples:
Trees and bushes. A bush of hair. I am going to trim this bush off.
Scream.
To give a loud, high shout suddenly, especially because of fear, anger, excitement, etc., to utter or declare in a very loud voice.
Examples:
Scream a profanity. Scream at him to be quiet. She kept screaming for an ambulance.
Skyscraper.
A very tall building, typically one in a city.
Examples:
Skyscraper apartment house. Steel-framed skyscraper. The 50-floor skyscraper loomed over the city, dwarfing the other buildings.
Nicotine.
A colorless, oily, poisonous chemical compound found in tobacco leaves, which is highly addictive and acts as a stimulant, affecting the nervous system.
Examples:
Nicotine patch. Nicotine replacement therapy. Smoking cigarettes exposes the body to high levels of nicotine, which can be addictive.
Parade.
A public procession, especially one celebrating a special day or event.
Examples:
A military parade. Parade route. The annual 4th of July parade is popular in the town square.
Waitress.
A woman who serves food and drinks in a restaurant or cafe.
Examples:
Waitress at a restaurant. Tip the waitress. The friendly waitress brought the food to the table and asked if they needed anything else.
Afford.
To have enough money or time to be able to buy or do something.
Examples:
Afford to buy a new car. Afford a high travel cost. He cannot afford a holiday.
Christ.
The man that Christians believe is the prophet and the Son of God, and whose life and sermons form the basis for Christianity.
Examples:
Teaching of Christ. Before Christ. Christmas is the day to celebrate the birth of Christ.
Sake.
Purpose, reason for wanting something done.
Examples:
For your own sake. For the sake of argument. He got a new job for the sake of his family.
Dispatch.
To send someone or something somewhere for a particular purpose. To send a message or piece of information.
Examples:
Dispatch soldiers. Dispatch a letter. The ambulance was dispatched to the scene of the accident.
Fleet.
A group of military ships, aircraft, etc., operating together under the same ownership. Adjective, moving very fast.
Examples:
Fleet of foot. A fleet horse. We destroyed a fleet of 70 enemy ships.
Daylight.
The natural light produced by the sun during the day, especially in contrast to artificial light or darkness.
Examples:
Daylight hours. Natural daylight. The view of the city skyline from the top of the building looked amazing in the daylight.
Reckless.
Marked by a lack of care about danger and the likely results of your actions.
Examples:
reckless driving. In a reckless manner. Reckless youth makes rueful age.
Attractive.
Immensely appealing in look or sound, having characteristics or qualities that make something appealing and valuable.
Examples:
attractive men. Attractive opportunity. The growth of the sharing economy is attractive for tech companies.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Ponder.
To think deeply or carefully about something.
Examples:
ponder divine matters. Ponder life's meaning. She sat quietly, pondering the difficult decision.
Unspeakable.
Too terrible, shocking, or distressing to speak about.
Examples:
unspeakable crime. Unspeakable pain. The survivors of the plane crash could only describe the unspeakable horror of the experience.
Miracle.
An act or occurrence that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws and is therefore believed to be caused by God.
Examples:
miracle person. Economic miracle. The doctors said that her recovery was a miracle.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Arrival.
The act or situation of coming or being brought to a place, accomplishment of an objective.
Examples:
arrival and departure gate. Arrival at a conclusion. Weather forecasters are predicting the arrival of a heat wave.
Destination.
The place to which someone or something is going or being sent, the ultimate purpose or goal of a journey or action.
Examples:
travel destination. Romantic destinations. I am excited to reach my destination and explore the new city finally.
Hallucinate.
To experience a seemingly real perception of something that does not actually exist, usually as a result of a mental illness or drug use.
Examples:
start to hallucinate. Hallucinate with drug. Sleep-deprived people gradually lose their concentration and may hallucinate.
Episode.
A happening or story that is distinctive in a series of related events, an abrupt short period during which someone suffers from the effects of a physical or mental illness.
Examples:
End of the first episode. Episode of vertigo. I want to put that episode of my life behind me.
Poet.
A person who writes poetry.
Examples:
A court poet. A poet of sorts. She is a talented poet who has been recognized for her work.
Nemesis.
An archenemy, opponent, or rival who is often seen as a personification of retribution or divine justice, a downfall or undoing that is a consequence of one's actions.
Examples:
Personal nemesis. Athletic nemesis. The CEO's nemesis was a competing business that refused to go out of business.
Swear.
To make a solemn promise or vow, to use rude or offensive language.
Examples:
Swear an oath. Swear a blue streak. I swear I didn't mean to break your vase.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Doubt.
A feeling of being uncertain about something, especially about how good or accurate it is.
Examples:
Dispel doubts. No doubt about the news. Doubt is the start, not the end, of intelligence.
Misdemeanor.
A minor crime or offense that is generally punishable by a fine or a jail term of fewer than 12 months.
Examples:
Misdemeanor charge. Commit a misdemeanor. A misdemeanor conviction can have long-term consequences, such as difficulty finding employment.
Menace.
A person or thing that is likely to cause harm or danger, a threat or perceived threat.
Examples:
Invisible menace. Potential menace. The reckless driver was a menace to other drivers on the road.
Spit.
To eject saliva or other liquid from the mouth.
Examples:
Spit a bullet. Spit a mouthful of saliva. She tried to spit out the gum that she had been chewing.
Phrase.
A group of words that mean something specific when used together.
Examples:
Ready-made phrases. Noun phrase. We bought a Spanish phrase book.
Dismiss.
To regard something or someone as not important and not worth considering. To terminate someone's employment.
Examples:
Dismiss a person from the office. Dismiss a matter with a laugh. The committee has decided to dismiss the president from the post.
Investigation.
The act or process of thoroughly examining a crime, problem, statement, etc., to uncover the truth.
Examples.
A preliminary investigation. The scope of an investigation. We have never before conducted a legitimate investigation.
Fraud.
The crime of gaining money or financial benefits by deceiving people, a person who makes deceitful pretenses.
Examples.
Get money by fraud. Victim of fraud. The police arrested them for committing insurance fraud.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples.
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Proceeds.
The money or profit earned from a particular activity or venture, the total amount collected from a sale or fundraiser.
Examples.
Proceeds of a sale. Criminal proceeds. The proceeds from the charity auction will go towards building a school in a developing country.
Logic.
A way of thinking or reasoning conducted or evaluated by strict validity principles, the study of correct reasoning or good arguments.
Examples.
An indisputable logic. A demonstration in logic. There's no logic in his description.
Open-minded.
Willing to listen to or consider new or different ideas.
Examples.
An open-minded person. Adopt an open-minded attitude. Both parties were pleased with the open-minded discussion.
Detective.
A person whose job it is to find out information about crimes and find out who did them.
Examples.
Detective work. Detective movie. The detective diligently pursued his cases.
Unstage.
Onto or on a stage in a theater, in front of an audience.
Examples.
Appeared on stage. Walk on stage. He performed his magic trick on stage, leaving the audience in awe.
Investigator.
A person whose job is to conduct an investigation or inquiry into something, often to gather information or evidence.
Examples.
Private investigator. Clinical investigator. The forensic investigator collected DNA samples from the crime scene to identify the perpetrator.
License.
An official permission or authorization to do, use, or own something, a legal document that grants the holder the right to perform certain activities, such as driving a car, practicing a profession, or using a particular product or service.
Examples:
License renewal, software license. Before driving, ensure you have a valid driver's license.
Intuition.
The ability to understand or know something without reasoning or evidence, a feeling that guides a person to do or believe something without fully understanding why.
Examples:
Creative intuition, intuition research. Some studies suggest that people's intuitions can be influenced by their experiences and biases.
Invite.
To ask someone to come or join, to offer an opportunity or possibility for something to happen or take place.
Examples:
Invite guests, invite criticism. We want to invite you to our annual charity event.
Poem.
A piece of writing that emphasizes the expression of feelings and ideas by paying particular attention to diction, sometimes rhyme, rhythm, and imagery.
Examples:
A narrative poem, poem to the dead. A great poem is a fountain forever overflowing with the waters of wisdom and delight.
Basement.
A room or a part of a building that is partly or entirely below ground level.
Examples:
For basement floor, church basement. Underground rivers flow over a basement layer that is impervious to water.
Pizzeria.
A restaurant or establishment that specializes in making and serving pizzas.
Examples:
Local pizzeria, New York-style pizzeria. The pizzeria's owner personally greets each customer that walks through the door.
Slice.
A flat, often thin, piece of bread, meat, cheese, etc., that has been cut from a larger piece, a wound made by cutting.
Examples:
A slice of the company's revenue. Slice a tomato thin. The children complained because one slice of cake was slightly larger than the other.
Diagnose.
To determine or distinguish the nature of a problem or an illness through a careful analysis.
Examples:
Diagnose the problem. Diagnose with CT scans. This device is used to diagnose brain cancer and other tumors.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
Cancer diagnosis. Cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Handy.
Valuable and convenient, easy or ready to reach or use.
Examples:
A handy-sized bag. Handy tool. They found a handy place to play catch.
Reminder.
Something that serves to jog or refresh one's memory. A prompt or message that helps to recall or remember something.
Examples.
Reminder message. Reminder email. The sticky notes served as helpful reminders of important tasks that needed to be completed.
Limp.
Having no strength or energy, walking with difficulty because of pain, injury, or disability in one's leg or foot.
Examples.
Limp handshake. Limp hair. The steak was so undercooked that it was almost raw and had a limp texture.
Carve.
To create something by cutting wood or stone, to turn sharply.
Examples.
Carve a statue. Carve my name on the plate. This statue is carved from a single tree trunk.
Waterfall.
A point in a river or stream where water falls from a high place, for example, over a cliff or rock.
Examples.
Scenic waterfall. A waterfall with a fall of 10 feet. Years of river erosion have formed the uniquely shaped waterfall basin.
Orchid.
A plant with showy or unusual flowers, typically having either a single, complex flower or a cluster of small flowers, many of which are prized for their beauty and often cultivated as ornamental plants.
Examples.
Orchid garden. Orchid species. The orchid blooms were so delicate and beautiful.
Packet.
A small container or envelope that holds one or more items typically used for storing or transporting items like food, medicine, or marketing materials.
Examples.
Packet delivery. Packet data network. I need to buy a packet of biscuits from the store.
Graham.
A type of flour made from whole wheat that has had the bran and germ removed and is often used to make crackers or cookies. A cracker made with this type of flour.
Examples.
Graham bread. Graham flour. I enjoyed my camping trip with friends, toasting marshmallows over a glowing graham cracker.
Cracker.
A crisp, dry-baked food usually made from flour and served as a snack or with soup or cheese. A person who breaks into computer systems or networks without authorization, commonly known as a hacker. A small firework that is designed to make a loud noise when ignited.
Examples.
Cannon cracker. Computer cracker. I love having a cheese and cracker platter while watching a movie.
Sweat.
The salty liquid that is produced by the glands in the skin, especially when the body is hot or under stress.
Examples.
All in a sweat. Sweat bath. She wiped the sweat off her forehead with a towel.
Cappuccino.
An Italian espresso-based coffee drink that is typically made with hot milk and foam on top.
Examples:
Cappuccino machine. Iced cappuccino. I ordered a delicious cappuccino from the cafe this morning.
Delicious.
Exceptionally pleasing to taste or smell.
Examples:
Delicious breeze. Variety of delicious foods. We could grill the meat in a delicious way.
Handle.
To deal with a situation, problem, or strong emotion.
Examples:
Handle a precious object. Handled the incident. We all should learn how to handle stress.
Transit.
The act or process of passing through or across a place or state, transportation.
Examples:
A transit visa. Mass transit. Public transit is an essential service for many cities.
Strike.
To wallop somebody or something with the hand, fist, or weapon, to have an emotional or cognitive impact upon.
Examples:
Strike up a conversation. Strike a blow. We strike to achieve more wages and safer working conditions.
Cobble.
A rounded, irregularly shaped stone used for paving streets or for building walls. Verb, to make or repair something in a rough and hurried way.
Examples:
Cobble driveway. Cobble up a policy accord. The town is known for its historic cobble streets, which were laid by hand in the 19th century.
Crown.
A circular ornamental headdress, worn as a symbol of authority by a king, usually made of gold and precious stones.
Examples:
The imperial crown. The crown and throne. The bishop bestowed the golden crown on the king.
Bond.
A close emotional connection between two or more people, a certificate of debt that a government or corporation issues to raise money.
Examples:
Bond as a family. Global bond market. They had formed a friendship bond.
Meltdown.
A severe overheating of the core of a nuclear reactor resulting in the core melting and radiation escaping. A situation in which something fails or weakens suddenly or dramatically.
Examples:
Meltdown disaster. Economic meltdown. The nuclear meltdown in the country was a disaster with far-reaching consequences.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Sip.
To drink a liquid by taking small mouthfuls. Noun, a small drink.
Examples:
Sip a drink. Take a sip of beer. He sipped his tea slowly, savoring the taste.
Absinthe.
A highly alcoholic and anise-flavored spirit derived from botanicals, typically including wormwood, the plant Artemisia absinthium, commonly known as grand wormwood, from which the spirit gets its name.
Examples:
Illegal absinthe. Green absinthe. The bartender served a traditional absinthe cocktail to the curious customer.
Hood.
A covering for the head and neck, especially one attached to a garment.
Examples:
Hood ornament. A silk hood. He pulled his waterproof hood up to protect himself from the rain.
Choreography.
The art and technique of arranging dance movements and patterns in a work of ballet or modern dance, the sequence of movements and positions in a dance.
Examples:
Original choreography. Choreography art. The dance performance featured intricate choreography.
Soundtrack.
The recorded audio that accompanies a movie, television program, or video game.
Examples:
Soundtrack album. A motion picture with a soundtrack. The soundtrack to the movie was composed by a famous musician.
Flashback.
An interruption of the chronological sequence of events in a narrative, in which an event or scene from a past time is inserted into the current narrative.
Examples:
Vivid flashback. Flashback memory. The flashback scene in the movie shows the character's past experiences.
Firefighter.
A person whose job is to extinguish fires.
Examples:
Forest firefighter. Decided to be a firefighter. The firefighter broke into the house bravely to rescue the children.
Tower.
A structure that is exceptionally high in proportion to its width and either forms part of a building or stands alone.
Examples:
A bell tower. The tower on a cliff. She is a tower of strength for a team in trouble.
Asleep.
In a state of sleep.
Examples:
Asleep at the wheel. Dead asleep. He lay down and fell asleep immediately.
Sob.
To cry or weep with short, sudden sounds.
Examples:
Sob out a story. Sob quietly. She sobbed uncontrollably after hearing the news.
Straight.
Extending or moving in one direction without bending or curving, having no deviations.
Examples:
A straight line. Straight for 2 months. He was sick for 5 straight days.
Depth.
The distance between the top and bottom of something, between the top surface and a distance below it.
Examples:
Depth camera. The depth of the water. The pond's depth was around 5 feet.
Calm.
Not excited, angry, or nervous, free from wind, large waves.
Examples:
Calm sea. Calm manner. It was the first time in a long time that I felt truly calm and at peace.
Cancel.
To decide that a previously scheduled activity will not take place.
Examples:
Cancel a class. Cancel a free subscription trial. When customers cancel their reservations, they lose the deposit they made.
Meditation.
The act of focusing one's mind on a particular object or thought, activity to train attention and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state.
Examples:
Meditation training. Religious meditation. The meditation instructor guided the group through the relaxation and breathing exercises.
Spiritual.
Relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things.
Examples:
Constant spiritual striving. Spiritual leader. The meditation class was focused on finding inner peace and cultivating a more spiritual connection with the universe.
Wisdom.
The quality of being wise, or the ability to use your knowledge and experience to make sensible decisions.
Examples:
A fountain of wisdom. Wisdom literature. The community greatly respected and sought after the older adults' wisdom.
Radical.
Relating to the essential aspects of anything, far beyond the norm, mainly used of opinions and actions.
Examples:
A radical flaw in the plan. A radical cure. The government established by the coup was more radical than before.
Unrepeatable.
Unable to be repeated or duplicated, unique, one of a kind.
Examples:
Unrepeatable mistake. Unrepeatable experience. He delivered an unrepeatable speech that moved the entire audience to tears.
Constant.
Happening repeatedly or all the time.
Examples:
A constant wind. A constant temperature. Constant dropping wears away the stone.
Dawn.
The time of day when the sun's light starts to show in the sky.
Examples:
The wan light of dawn. Crack of dawn. Missile assaults on the capital continued around dawn.
Entertaining.
Providing enjoyment or amusement, especially through being lively or amusing.
Examples:
Entertaining puppet show. Very entertaining book. The magician's act was entertaining and kept the audience on the edge of their seats.
Pastime.
An activity that is enjoyable and done for leisure or entertainment purposes, such as a hobby or game.
Examples:
A familiar pastime. National pastime. I enjoy gardening as a pastime during my free time.
Aggressive.
Behaving in an angry, energetic, or threatening way towards another person, tending to spread quickly.
Examples:
An aggressive war. An aggressive tumor. An aggressive tide wrecked the ship.
Relax.
To become or cause someone to become less active or tense and calmer.
Examples:
Relax a series of muscles. Relax at home. The rules were relaxed after the new executive arrived.
Surgery.
Medical treatment of injuries or diseases involving an incision with instruments and often removing or replacing some parts of the body, the branch of medical science that treats disease or injury by operative procedures.
Examples:
Cardiac surgery. The professor of surgery. He had undergone heart surgery years before.
Heartbreak.
A feeling of great sadness or disappointment.
Examples:
Ease her heartbreak. Go through heartbreak. They had experienced the heartbreak of losing 2 children due to premature births.
Quote.
To repeat or reproduce the words or statement of someone else, often acknowledging the source, to give an estimated cost or price for goods or services.
Examples:
Quote a source. Quote a price. In his speech, he quoted a famous philosopher to emphasize his point.
Bible.
The sacred writings of the Christian religions, consisting of the Old and New Testaments, a book regarded as authoritative in its field.
Examples:
A passage from the Bible. Believe Bible prophecy. Students have loved this textbook for many years as a biology Bible.
Pesky.
Causing annoyance, irritation, or trouble, persistent in a vexing or troublesome manner.
Examples:
Dealing with pesky. Pesky problem. The pesky fly kept buzzing around my head.
Peel.
To remove the skin of fruit and vegetables.
Examples:
peel a fruit. Peel off easily. The storm had peeled all paint off the siding.
Shuck.
To remove the shell or outer covering of something, such as a corn or an oyster. To discard or get rid of something, particularly something that is seen as useless or unwanted.
Examples:
Shuck peas. Shuck oysters. I had to shuck the corn before I could cook it for dinner.
Premiere.
The first public performance of a play, film, or piece of music, or the opening of a show or exhibition.
Examples:
The world premiere. Premiere of the theater. The premiere of the new movie was held at the city's main theater.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Cheer.
To give a loud shout to show support, praise, or approval.
Examples:
Cheer for the home team. Cheer me up. Supporters in the stands cheered at every goal.
Agent.
A person who represents and negotiates on behalf of someone else, such as a literary agent or talent agent, of chemistry and medicine, a substance that brings about a chemical or physical effect, of computer science, a piece of software that performs a task autonomously.
Examples:
Agent system. Antidiarrheal agent. The FBI agent went undercover to infiltrate the criminal organization.
Celebrate.
To acknowledge a memorable or good day or event with a social gathering or enjoyable activity.
Examples:
Celebrate his election. Celebrate Christmas. He celebrated the 10th anniversary of his tenure.
Artistic.
Of or relating to art or artist, satisfying aesthetic standards and sensibilities.
Examples:
An artistic photograph. Promising entrepreneurs often have a high artistic sensibility.
Romantic.
Of or relating to love or a sexual relationship.
Examples:
Romantic movies. Romantic breakup. It was his first romantic love.
Victory.
A success in a game, competition, election, or battle, or the knowledge that you have won.
Examples:
Victory in the law court. Victory over terrorism. We are optimistic about our final victory.
Heaven.
Of various religious and mythological traditions, a place or state of existence considered to be the abode of the divine, the afterlife, or a higher realm of being, A state of great happiness, contentment, or beauty.
Examples:
Ascend to heaven. Heaven on earth. He felt like heaven when he tasted the delicious chocolate cake.
Poetry.
Poems in general as a genre of literature.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Book of poetry. Different cultures have different comfortable word rhythms, so the composition of poetry varies greatly.
Beloved.
Loved very much.
Examples:
Beloved author. Beloved by many people. I am here to save my beloved.